Okay, so today we will show you how to do the soft closing door installation of Model S. So the first step is remove there's a plastic piece here. Use a pry to pry it out, and then there's a 10mm bolt here. Remove that, and there's two T30 screw here. After you remove the plastic piece here. So after you remove this three screws, then you can remove the whole door panel. So this is one way to remove the door panel. You pull it from the top side. It's the easiest way, or you can use the pry tool to slowly pry it out. Oh yes, we forgot to remove the 10mm bolt. Okay. So all of the things below are just clips. Okay, now it's removed. We disconnect all the cables inside. There should be remove this one, remove this one, and then there are three more lights connector. If you don't have ambient lighting, there's only two. And then one is for the window signal. On the driver side is a blue connector, and on the passenger side is a white connector. Yes. So we remove all of them, and for some door they will have a tie like this. You can cut it, or you can just let the door sit here while you're working on it. The next step here, we remove this. There are 6 screws. I would believe it's a T20 or T25. I think it's T25. And also we recommend to remove the 4 screws in the speaker. And this too is the T30 screws. It is used unscrewed it to remove the lock unit, and then we will replace it with our lock unit here. So here it is. The blue one is on the left side, and the yellow one, the one with yellow cable, is the right side. So this is the right front door. So now just remove the 6 screws like I said, and also the 4 screws holding the speaker. Okay, so after you remove the door panel, remember to put the window back up. Yeah. And then now after we remove this, we pull this out. This is the lock unit. Carefully pull it out. And then there is a connector. Use a flathead screwdriver to pull it, and then you can release the connector and then pull the whole thing out. After that, you need to release this cable. So to remove it, you need to yes, we need to have a flathead screwdriver to do it. Okay, so you you release here and here. Here you just pull the thing up and then release, yes, the cable here. And then for here, you just need to use a flathead screwdriver to remove it. Yeah, there's the two clip here, you see? Yeah, just press on it and then you will release. And then put it on the replacement lock unit that we have. Yeah, okay. So it's like this. So remember to put the end inside under here. Yes. Now we'll just put this back. And then after we put it back in place, we will use the existing screw to tighten that into the place again. So for installation, actually the right side and the left side is the same. So in this video, we'll just try to take the installation of one side. Oh yes, one thing to note is remember to connect it back. Here is the connector. You connect the one that we remove and then connect it back and then tighten it. Yes. So now you can see we are trying to put the two screws back in place and tighten it. So after you install the lock unit, you stick this to here. So make sure this cable is straight and not curved. So you need to stick it like in an angle with the double-sided tape we provided. And the key after you install the whole thing is to make sure the window doesn't block the way here. So you need to put everything against the wall here to prevent the window block its way when it goes down. So this one you need to test it. So the installer is just trying to fix the location of the cable with this kind of tape that we provided. So this is just some good practice to prevent the cable from moving. And now he is trying to fix the cable here against the wall, so to prevent the windows from touching them when the windows goes down. So just some more tape here. Okay, make sure everything is secured. Let me try to take a picture here. So here is a more clear picture. You see everything is stick against to the wall. So after that you can screw everything back into place, but we haven't connected the power and the ground yet, and then we will teach you how to do the ground and power in the next step. So now just try to put everything back. Of course you can test the door and window before you put the things back, but since we have done a lot of course, we know how to stick the cable, so we're pretty confident. So we will test the windows later after we finish everything. So now we will do the power wire installer. So remove this kick plate piece, just pull it off. And then we can see there is a ground wire and a power wire. So both of them have a long side and a short side, you see. This one is short and this one is long. The long, you run the long wire to the back. And the front, the short wire, you run to the door. So we remove the speaker here, we run the wire now. So basically you can get the ground from here. It's a 10mm bolt, or you can find anywhere you want near the door. So now the installer is connecting the ground. And after you connect to the ground, the shorter end goes through the rubber tube here to the door. And the longer one goes to the back. And for the power, you disconnect from this connector and use the Y connector we have. You disconnect this. Yes, disconnect. And then plug it in back to here. Okay. So you also run the longer end of the power wire back to the cabin area. So this is where we suggest to run the wire into. There's a little hole under the plug here. So you can see from here, and you can run it here and then run through the rubber tube into the cabin area. And same thing for the ground. The ground runs from the cabin area to here. So remember, for the yellow wire, run the longer end through the tube, and for the ground wire, run the shorter end through the tube to the door. So this rubber tube is not difficult to run. There are plenty of space here, so you don't even need any lubricant to get through it. So now the installers are running the yellow wire back into the cabin area. Of course, you can put some lubricant. It's a lot easier. So now we run through the rubber tube, and we can just go through this little hole back into the cabin. Yes, like this. And then we can tie the black wire to the yellow wire and run a part of it back to the door. So that way we can get the black wire into the door. Okay, now we run it again. Okay, now the black wire ran through the tube, and then okay, so now you can get the black wire into the door again through this hole and here. So now we have both the power cable and the ground cable, and then we can connect this one. So this one we forgot to say. This one is from the lock unit. You go through it from here, the rubber tubing here. And then now we are basically done with this door, so we just tie the cable together. So yes, you see this wire come from inside to outside. You can see we provide some cable tie. We can use this cable tie instead of having tape to secure the wire into place. Yes, tie them up and cut the extra part. Okay. And then install the speaker back. So for speaker, there's a T20 or T25 screw. I forgot what size it is, but if you have a premium sound system, it's a different bolt because there's a bracket holding the speaker. You just need to remove the 4 screws. I think it's I forgot the size, but basically it's the same. You just need to remove the speaker, so you can do the wiring easier. So now the installer is trying to put everything back in place. So it's all set, and then now we can try to test the door and the window by connecting the cable back in place. So after you finish installing this, you can test the system by closing the door and opening it again. Sometimes you need to adjust the location of this latch a little bit if the closing is not smooth. But most of the case, you don't need to do it. Yeah. So you see, now we have already tested the window closing and it doesn't block the way. But of course, if this is the first time you install it, you better test it before you put everything back into place. Okay, make sure the clips are aligned and then just put everything back and then tighten the screw. The 3 screws, and then you are all set. So now we will test the door. Yes, let's try. Yes, you see. Okay, so it works. Okay, now we tighten this 10mm bolt and the 2 T30 screws back into the door. The installation actually is not difficult. I think the most difficult part is how to make sure the window doesn't block. The cable doesn't block the window. Okay, so now we put back the 2 plastic pieces. For this one, you can align this side first, and then after you align this side, you can push the other 2 clip into the place. That way it's easier to install. Okay, so now it's here, and this plastic piece is also set back in place. So now we are done with here, and then next we will run the yellow and black cable to the back seat area. So now we are just trying to tidy up the cable, taping them. It's optional, but it just makes everything tidy. So now the installer is just trying to make sure the black cable and the yellow cable are around the similar length. So and remember, this step is completely optional. So now you can run the wire along the carpet, under the carpet, to the back seat. Yeah, just tuck it inside. There's plenty of space here. Tuck it inside. Let me try to see if there's a torch. Yes, you see? Just tuck it along the floor, the piece here. Okay, now the 2 wires are in the back seat area. Now we will do the back door installation. To install the back door, you don't need to remove the door piece again. There's a screw under here, but some car might not have it anymore. If you go to Tesla for service, sometimes they remove the screw and they don't put it back. I think this is T20. Just pull this piece out, also the one that above it. Pull this 2 pieces out. And then the next step, we'll pull this piece out. This piece has 4 metal clips. 2 in this side and 2 in this side. So just try to use your way to pull this out. Yeah. The installer is accessing the clips from behind, so he can easily pull the piece out. See, now it's pulled out, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 metal clips. And then there's 2 plastic clip here. Just pry it out with a flathead screwdriver or pry tool. After that,
呢個撐側都得。
this one is optional, but you can just pull it out. And you see, there's the two plug here. When you insert it back, just insert it back into place and push it back. So now, this is where the lock unit is located. It's not inside the door, but behind the door. So again, this too is a T30 screw. So loosen it and remove the two screw, and then you can take out the lock unit. And the rear lock unit is a little bit different from the front. We'll show you how different it is. Oh yes. 呢把揾唔到直嘅，淨係揾到呢條，應該好用嗰個。
OK。
So you pull this out, and then remove this plate. Just pull this little plastic piece out, and then you can get inside the area and pull out the lock unit. And remember to disconnect the screwdriver. Yeah. Yes, you can see it. Yes, disconnect here by using a flathead screwdriver to insert, or you just use your finger. Yes. Now you can see here, it's different from the one that we did. Here you can see there's two T8 screw, so you need to loosen this two. Yes, two T8 screw. 易好多係咪啊？嗯。Okay. And then after you loosen, you see there's one screw here and one screw on the other side. Yes. Okay. And then after you loosen it, you can see you can remove. Oops. There's a case here. You get our replacement unit, and then I will teach you how to do the installation. This is the rear right side unit. So you see, you connect this back into place, and then first we need to plug this into the hole. Yes, this one. There's metal. There's a metal thing here. We'll take the picture later. And then put everything back. And then tighten the two screw again. So if the screw doesn't align, you might need to adjust the position of the metal plate a little bit so that they can align. Okay, now we connect it back. We screw the two screws, and then we set this unit back inside the area and just put it back into the hole. Yes. Put it in an angle so you can slide inside. Yes. And now just align the two holes and then tighten the screw again. That's it. And then next we'll teach you how to set this piece in place. So this side is a double-sided tape. In case you don't have it, we provide it. some extra one in the package. So just put the tape in here, and then we'll show you where to stick. But of course, we can also try to test the connection. This is the power wire and the ground wire. We connect this to the wire that we ran from the front. Here, just connect them, and then test the system. Okay, so now we stick the piece inside the hole. We'll show you where it is later. Just put it back here. The piece, you see, this is the hole, and you will stick the thing inside there, inside here. So just stick it here, and then after that you can put everything back in place and test the system. Okay, now we test the system. Okay, it's working. Yeah, so after it works, we just tidy up the cable and then put back everything, put back this plate, put back plug the white to the white, the black to the black, and then tape them and hide it on the trim piece. Okay. Okay, then we hide the wire below the trim piece, and then we can put everything back. And that's it. And do the same on the other side. It's basically the same. Yes, so this piece we are not using it again because the cable is it cannot run through After we install it, it cannot put back in piece because the cable is blocking its way. So you can keep this.